What's up everyone, it's TheAngryAron and welcome to the next generation. Got a bit ahead of myself there. Welcome to another news and coverage video. Now, if you guys don't know, a few weeks ago, this thing made an appearance on the internet. This tiny blob apparently made an appearance at the end of the Hoopa movie during the Zygarde movie promotion. There was never any real proof towards this being real, but now, a few people who saw the Hoopa movie decided to do the deed of illegally recording this little blob in action. You see, if this dude got caught recording it, he'd be fined up to 10 million yen and he wouldn't have been able to release the footage. But he didn't, so our savior may be going to hell, but now I can freely speculate on this Pokemon, this blob. See, there's not much you can say in terms of what this thing is. It looks like a blob that looks happy to see you. If I were to guess, it seems like something related to Zygarde. It could be an entirely new Pokemon, or it could be a part of Zygarde. You know, when Zygarde uses 1000 arrows and 1000 waves, it's a hexagon-based attack. What if this blob is one of those hexagons, and using them, Zygarde can shapeshift its appearance? Think about the way Katsuyu could shapeshift. How does this always come back to Lady Sonata? I'll leave that up to you guys. Let me know what you think about the blob. But for me, it's not what Pokemon the blob is that interests me. It's the fact that this could be a new Pokemon. Based off what was found in the 6th gen games, there are 2 Pokemon games left in Generation 6. The fact that new Pokemon may be introduced in those 2 final games brings up the idea of the second half of Generation 6. Gen 6 introduced the least amount of Pokemon in any generation, 72 new Pokemon, and it seems really shady that after recreating the previous 649 Pokemon in 3D graphics, that they'd only add 72 to the party. Sure, there are 46 Mega Evolutions that you could consider new species as well, but after the previous generation introduced over 150 new Pokemon, it just doesn't make sense that only that little Pokemon were introduced. I think it's more than likely that those last 2 games in Gen 6 will be X and Y sequels, so what if they also introduce a new set of Gen 6 Pokemon? Pokemon X and Y were a split between the coastal dex, the central dex, and the mountain dex. So what if the sequels allow you to travel to the southern region of Kalos and introduce the southern dex? It would introduce a whole new set of Pokemon, and taking place years after X and Y, these Pokemon would have migrated and be found all over the region. By the time the next games come out, Volcanion would have already been revealed, making it totally possible for them to introduce a new 40 Pokemon after number 721. And this blob could be one of those Pokemon. It would sort of be like Lucario and Zoroark make an appearance in the previous Gen's movie. Oras has already been creeping towards Gen 6.5 with the introduction of 16 new Megas and 2 new Primals that weren't in X and Y. Just like Oras showed us, introducing new Pokemon would make the game still compatible with other Gen 6 games, but the new Pokemon just wouldn't be transferable. And then there's this piece of obelisk. I made a video about this being the silhouette of the original dragon, but as of the release of this promo, this silhouette is definitely Zygarde. The leaked promo shows the silhouette being animated, revealing the glowing hexagons on its body, and you can hear an enhanced Zygarde cry slightly in the background. I explained my thoughts on how Zygarde's secret form should turn out in the original Dragon theory, but in short, Zygarde's strength would come from its ability, not its stats. It would still get a huge stat buff, but its ability, turning the battlefield into an inverse battle, is what would turn this thing into a tormentor. That's just my thoughts, but I think the coolest thing that this promo hints at is the possibility of us getting a new wave of Pokemon in the next games. The cool thing is that this promo could confirm that the next 2 Pokemon games will revolve around Zygarde and will probably come out the same year as the movie does. Maybe it'll be announced in September and come out next year, but either way, Game Freak, don't make me wait until Five Nights at Freddy's 8 to play the games. If you guys haven't done so yet, do the deed. Oh, today is the last day to get your Pico shirts. Just 24 hours left. After campaigns end, I noticed a lot of you guys asking if there's still a way to get one, whether it's because you forgot about it or you just missed out on it. So I'm hoping that with this reminder, everyone who wants to get one can get a chance to get one. Nearly 800 of you guys have already grabbed one, and I don't want anyone to miss out. You can click the first link in the description to get one, and to answer some of your questions, you can buy them from wherever you are in the world. They can ship internationally, and you can actually change the size. Some of you are asking if it's available in large, if it's available in small. It ranges from small to 5XL, so you can get one, your dad can get one, your dog can get one. I think small is for dogs. You should totally do that. But either way, when you get it, be sure to tweet us a picture of you wearing it. Just like this. Double entendre, or that's not a double entendre. Anyways, that's it for this video. Be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and let me know your thoughts on Zygarde and its blobby babies. And I'll see you guys in the next video. The fact that new Pokemon could be introduced in those two final games brings up the idea of the second half of Generation 6.